Hey YouTube, I'm back at it with another video number 2. So I was kind of thinking about it, and I'm overall, even though I'm out of shape, I'm not, in perfect shape, I'm also not where I used to be. So I am overall still very happy. Every day I'm super grateful. I look and I sound a lot different than I did when I was in the grips of my addiction. So when I was coming through recovery, one of the things that helped me the most was I had so much stuff that I went through that I didn't feel comfortable talking to another person. That wasn't me. I wasn't going to sit here and tell you every fucking thing that I did to get my drugs, to get money for drugs, because that wasn't me. I've never been much of a talker. I've always been more of a doer. That's been me since school. In school, I could sit still, but I had the hardest time sitting still for that long. I would doodle. If I kept my mind busy by doodling and kind of creating, I could sit still. But I couldn't just sit there and listen to somebody for an hour. That was for fucking sure. And I've been kind of like that my whole life. So as I got clean, I found staying busy to be a very good key tool for my sobriety. Stay busy. It's less time to be in my head. When I'm in my head, I'm planning my next dose. So don't entertain those thoughts. Stay busy. Keep busy. That was my go-to strategy, was stay busy and then delay. Anytime I want to get high, delay it. Put it off. Another key component was therapy. I had gone through a lot of therapy, but my therapist taught me I don't need to say everything. I can write it down. I can write down right through the pain. Just kind of like, I've always been the type of person that music really resonates with me. And I don't like an artist just because it's a catchy song. I like an artist when I can relate to the lyrics, when I can relate to what they're saying. So I sort of took that as, all right. And, all right. I think I thought for a long time that I was going to be a musician, and I would write almost like poetry or like songs is what it sounded like. And I actually saved a lot of them. And I thought it would be kind of interesting to share some of those writings, sprinkle those throughout my YouTube videos, not because I think they're great songs or that they're even very good writings, but just to show you don't have to talk to somebody necessarily to heal through your pain. You can write through it. Nobody, it's great to be in therapy and to learn coping skills and to learn about resources to go for help. And for me, I found several resources that I went to that helped me meet people that I found inspirational. And then writing was also very therapeutic for me. I'm sharing these to show you where was my mindset. I've not always been this happy person. What did I sound like when I was just coming clean? That's going to be some of these writings. It's not going to sound like me, and I'm not really going to be happy to read them because they're not happy, proud moments for me. But if it's something that somebody can listen to and say, okay, well, this person sounded like they didn't have their shit together and now they do. That would be the point of it. Is I didn't know, I definitely didn't have my shit together then. I'm not where I want to be. I have my shit together now, but I'm not where I want to be, and I'm not perfect, and I'm constantly trying to improve, evolve, grow, push myself harder. So that's why I'm going to share some of these with you. So here's the first one. Look around and all I see is surroundings that don't look real to me. Like someone stamped the same cookie cutter to everyone's mentality. Same, same, same. Free to be me. Take it or leave it, you get what you see. Your money doesn't sway me, can't use it to play me. Put it right back in your pocket, put it right back where you got it. Take your phone out, snap some pics of all your material shit and post it for all to see. Doesn't mean shit to me. Once you've fallen, your followers will sit idly by and consume it all in all, because all you are to them is 5 seconds on the screen, and once they flip it off, you're still fucked, and they won't be passing you a single fuck. Virtual reality. This one I titled My Love. You're my drug, my love. I'm addicted to the rush. Every time I'm down, you shoot me up, and I can never get enough. The world stops when I'm with you, my perfect fix. I finally met my match, upgraded to the perfect batch. I get so lost in you, cloudy skies morph to blue. I'm mesmerized. On the downward drop of the steepest slope we elope, so wrapped up in the game, I can't see the pain, circling the drain. A hollowed out shell of my former self is all that remains, blindsided by the crash. Nothing a thicker dose can't fix. Can you get with this? We feed off each other. We live for this. You never gave up on me when everyone stopped believing in me. You saw me through. Tried and true. I would give my life for you. For life instead of I do. Okay, here's another one of my journal entries that I wrote when I was first getting clean, just to give you more insight onto my mentality back then, how miserable I was, how unhealthy I was, how toxic I was to myself and others, how I was always playing the victim. I never took ownership. I was always putting off my stuff on others. It's not me. It's not the drugs. I'm not the problem. You're the problem. If you have a problem with me, you're the problem. If you want me to quit, then you quit me. That type of mentality, like very confrontational, very problematic person, somebody you would be totally toxic to be in your life. The only people that put up with me, I think, was my immediate family. They put up with me as long as they could before drawing boundaries. And toxic friends, really toxic friends, and those type of people were the only people that really associated with me, because that's all I was. So I fittingly named this, even back then, I at least knew this much to name it Don't Be Like Me. Dove down that rabbit hole happily, head first. In too deep, too fast, and just like a light switch being flipped, the time flashed past, and shit got dark as fuck, and there was no way back. Sink or swim, learn the ropes on the run. Did shit I said I wouldn't have done. Won't even pretend I'm better than you. Only when your back's against the wall do you realize who you really are. Guess I'm the one you can look at and say, whatever I do, I'm good. As long as I don't end up like you. Just know I started out better than many, worse than fewer, and my ass still ended up in the sewer. Started off innocently drinking and smoking weed. Shit started gradually getting hazy. Now I'm popping pills, trying different things. Some speed, some X, some coke. It's not so bad. 'Cause I'm not hooked, right? Just having fun, except time waits for no one, and everyone always leaves because I don't want to move on. I just keep going nowhere fast. People grow up, get married, have kids, fade into normalcy. Fuck them, 'cause I'm over here. Got these drug dealers on speed dial, and if one decides to grow a conscience and cut me off so I don't OD accidentally because they think my heart's beating too rapidly, fuck them, 'cause they're like roaches. Where there's one, there's 40 more. Not too hard to find, especially late at night. Now I'm getting to be my own PhD. I know what I need. Stomach ache, smoke some weed. Boredom, take another drink. Headache, pop a pill, not a Tylenol, something I can actually feel. Need some energy? Here's a few hot rails. Might as well make it an all-nighter. Finally starting to feel good. If you meet me, you might think I'm fun because I like to party. Except it's not a party to me. This is my reality. If you want to judge me, I can save you some time and energy. There isn't shit you can say to me that will be any worse than what I'm already saying to me. Nothing you can do to me will be any worse than what I do to me. I'm not your enemy. I'm not your problem. I'm my own. Instead of judging me, look at me closely, really see. My eyes are empty, my arms are dripping with blood, and I don't give a single fuck, but try and separate me from my rush, my life support, my needle. I'll show you how I really feel. I'm not talking truth or dare. People want to play games, bitch slap, and pull hair. You can keep the kid shit over there, because I'm on my knees. I'm over here starving. Choke your ass out just to eat what's in your gut, and I'll be the first to admit. Now I'm sick as fuck. Okay, so you may have already put 2 and 2 together, but I had a lot of pent up aggression. I even think hatred. I know that's a strong word. Aggression, hatred towards myself, hatred towards others, for situations that I put myself in, but then I would become hateful of the other people that were right alongside me in those situations, if that makes sense. So that being said, when I was in treatment, there was certain people that they made go to the gym. It was mandatory. I was one of those people. If you had a lot of, I think it was aggression or anger, they would make you work out. So I pretty quickly picked up on the fact that I hated cardio. I still hate cardio to this day. Weightlifting I enjoyed. I loved that feeling of just, you're lifting the weight, to me it was so much more challenging to lift different weights, to learn different movements, to learn about compound movements, dynamic, more dynamic type movements versus just steady state cardio, LISS, whatever, low intensity steady state cardio. I would do HIIT versus that, or I would do weightlifting. And I would encourage anybody that hasn't done weightlifting, if you want me to put any tips about weightlifting, drop that in the comments below. I am going to encourage you to try weightlifting. Try some of these workouts that I do. Try it with a light weight. If you already know how much weight you can lift, then go for it. I think it's really, really beneficial to your mindset and your overall mental health. I could get out a lot of that anger in the gym. And sometimes I think in the beginning, when I had all that weight to lose, I think the anger was a driving force. I mean, I would get in there and I would just thrash my body, and I wouldn't even realize I was doing it just because I had so much shit inside that I was just getting it out in the gym. And that's okay. Yeah, looking back, I think I took it too far at times. I've got injuries to prove it. I threw out a muscle in my back, but it's all part of the journey. With that being said, I'm going to include workouts on a lot of the videos too, as many as I can, and I would encourage you to try those workouts and not DM me. Hit me up in the comments and let me know, do you like this workout? Let me know, give me feedback. Do you have questions for me? What ideas do you have? Okay, now I'm rambling, so workouts in the description below. I'll catch you in the next video. Okay, here I am doing arm circles, which is a great exercise for your shoulders. It looks easy, but it's harder than it actually looks. I'm only doing 10 or 15 pounds here with it. Now I'm doing rows. This is great for your back, and I can even do these with a little bit of an injury on my back, on a moderate weight though. These are great for triceps. I don't know what they're called. I just think of like an L, and you really feel it, and you do not put an attachment on. Use the cable machine with no attachment. You're going to feel that in your triceps. This is good for lats, single lat exercise. I just call it a single lat pull down, and it's great for targeting your wings on your sides, on your back. Did a lot of those apparently. And don't forget the other side. And then I'm doing single arm rows, which is also a great back exercise. You can always pop these out if somebody's on the row machine, or you just want to do some, I forget what it's called, but when you just want to work one side and then the other side, which I love doing. And I'm finishing it off with some rear delt pulls on the cable machine. These are really great. That muscle is very, very tiny, so little goes a long way. I only use 5 or 10 pounds on these, but I really feel it the next day. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.